second straight start as well in the state tournament, too. Another sophomore in the starting unit alongside second-year high schooler Po CC as well, rounding out that starting 11 for the Hawks in white with the orange numerals. Nice cutback by Marcus Benegas to open things up to Luke Cam, who is one of 4 previous all-state selections on this Stars team. They had 4 picks, incredibly, to the Class A all-state team this year, and then a holdover from last year, John Brain, who probably would have been a Mr. Soccer finalist had he been healthy all year, scored the game winner, as we said, on Wednesday in the semifinal, and he has got 16 goals in just 9 games played since coming back from some lingering back issues this year.
Yeah, and Cookie, the Southwest coach, knows he's got some studs up top, and he's got them connecting. You've already seen multiple combinations, and we're only 5 minutes into the game, so look for them to get more dangerous as the game goes on.
Yeah, the Killer Bees, Jake Bettine, John Brain, and Jack Boyk. 13, 16, and 7 goals apiece between those 3 guys, the attacking trio in the 4-3-3 for the Stars.
Yeah, these guys, they can all play, and you throw in Luke Cam in there, 12 goals. They got a high-powered offense, that's for sure.
Luke Cam with a dozen goals as well, too. You mentioned 5 assists. He had a goal and an assist in the section quarterfinal win. Stars cruise past Proctor 7-0 before eking out a 1-0 win. That was just their 4th game this year, their 4th win that was decided by just a goal. So they have often leaned on their high-scoring output to breeze by a lot of teams. Marcus Benegas with pressure coming down on him from Yanang U. Nicely done to turn away from it and keep the ball progressing forward. Brain gets it out wide. This is Jake Bettine. Crosses it in low and hard, looking for Brain. And somehow getting in the way to make that stop. I think it was Warhay Thaw, number 12, who came in for the tackle.
And we'll see how these Humboldt guys do. There's so much movement from these Southwest Christian kids up top. If you stop and look at the ball for even a moment, they are gone and they are hitting a ball behind you. So it's going to be super challenging for Humboldt's defense here.
Nang U tries to lead a pass on for Ba Ni Thay. A little bit bouncing on him as it rattled out. Hawks have played a lot of different formations this year. We saw them kind of come out in a 4-3-3 for the most part in that last game, with Ba Ni Thay, the sophomore, playing the left winger spot. Nangu is central, and Sauce Tha, he kind of floats around but often camped out on the right wing. A tackle by Luke Cam and a late whistle, but the foul will come here. I think that was Jaw Tway, number 10, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that went down for Humboldt.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It almost looked like a dangerous tackle. It looked like he was coming in cleats up, and Com kind of got out of the way, and he hurt himself. I'd have to see the VAR on that one to verify. But we got 2 coaches here. You got John Pookie, who Hamlin grad, and he's in his 3rd year, and he's facing off against Brad Cookie Carlson in his 11th year. And Cookie is a legend, started with Orono in the 70s, so it's safe to say Cookie's been coaching longer than John Pookie's been alive. And there is nothing Cookie hasn't seen in the soccer world. And nothing Humboldt's going to throw at him he hasn't seen. So he'll have his team completely ready to play here. And these Humboldt guys are firing on all cylinders as well, so we should have a good game here tonight.
That was Sir 2, by the way, who went down for Humboldt, their senior captain, who he highlighted as kind of the anchor in that midfield. He will have to come out with a brief injury replacement here for the moment.
Looks like he hit himself on the turf when he went in on that tackle. And probably not surprising, he is getting interest from Hamlin, so I'm sure the coaching connection helps there.
They got a couple of guys with some interest from some Division III programs to stay a little close to home and play soccer at the next level. Number 9, Yanang U, is certainly generating some suitors in D3 as well, too. Played up to Yanang U. Nice little connection to get it back to Sauce Tha. Tried to chip the keeper, and I think a star defender got a foot in there as well, too. But you can see that dynamic switching, the movement up top, this time from the Hawks to kind of confound Southwest on the break.
And Southwest is probably a little more inexperienced on the back line, so look for you're going to need see some big saves from Tebbs tonight. Luckily, he's a Mr. Soccer finalist, so Cookie's got the front and back end of his lineup covered, and he's going to fill everything in between.
And here's something interesting for the Hawks as they've got number 12, Jorge Thaw, taking the corner kick, and that one plucked out of the air by Adam Tebbs. Yan Angu, terrific player. I thought he kind of had a tough night on Wednesday when I covered that game, taking corners. A lot of them were very long. Jorge Thaw, look, small sample size. He took one corner kick, and it was right on the money, and it produced the game-winning goal from Ari Shea. So interesting that we see number 12 out there taking the corners, and might not be a bad idea, too, to get your 6-foot striker out in the middle of the pack on a corner kick as well, too. There's a shot from the Stars. Luke Cam trying to have a go at it. A dive by Mutu Salah. He might have had it covered in goal anyway, but an early chance for the Stars going wide.
And you saw John Brain there completely under pressure and just doesn't escape turn. Actually trips up the Humboldt defender, tripped on his own ankles there from Brain's move. And nice layoff there. These kids could flat out play on both sides of the ball here.
Jorge Thaw, who took the corner, also takes a lot of the goal kicks for the Hawks. He's a center back, but a guy who has previously been a forward in his career. He likes to get up and score and leads the team with 12 assists, including getting the helper in the game winner in the 1-0 win earlier this week in the semis. All right, quick pause in the action here. The Hawks will have a free kick. We'll take this pause to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Highway Credit Union. They're proud to present tonight's live stream here on Prep Spotlight TV for free here at the boys' Class A championship game. So whether you're opening your first savings account, buying your first home, or getting ready for retirement, Highway Credit Union is dedicated to providing the services, resources, and support that you need to thrive. Visit highway.org. That's HIWAY.org for more information.
And it looks like number 9, Yan Nang-U, who's down, and that would be a huge problem for the Humboldt attack if they're missing him to an ankle injury.
Yeah, he was really playing through some nagging injuries the other night on Wednesday. We saw John Pucci, the head coach of the Hawks, come out. He was not happy with the way that his star player was being treated by the other team in the last round. He took some hard fouls that didn't get a lot of calls going the Hawks' way, and Yan Nang-U was pretty banged up, getting into a physical game against Rochester Lords earlier this week. So he might already be coming in with a few nicks and bruises, and an early one here is Nang-U. He came out 3 or 4 different times in Wednesday's game from some checks from the trainer like this. So,
and Southwest Christian kids are grabbing water here, getting recharged. And you kind of look, a lot of those players that like to dribble, they got to decide, is it worth getting hit at the half line, or should I run a combination and maybe get hit in the 18 for a penalty kick? And you see guys like Neymar get fouled 14 times, and people are mad about it, but they got the skills. And the officials, center official does a really good job. So if there was nothing there, there was nothing there. But sometimes you're kind of at the mercy of how the game's being called, and you got to figure that out as a player. And if it's not being called tight, you're going to have to get rid of the ball quicker.
You were talking, you recognized the head official. We heard his name announced as Zachariah Alley. So he's coached some rec league games that you've been involved with, we're told.
Hi, this guy, he's a great official. He actually he does our men's league. I see him in the high school system, so he's been around. I talked to him at a game earlier. He told me he was Egyptian. Just the coolest thing ever. And you look down at Minnesota soccer, and I mean, it is truly a world's game. I think you told me, Matt, this is a lot of the Hmong kids out here for St. Paul Humboldt. And just the coolest thing you've ever seen. But this is not a good sign for St. Paul Humboldt if number 9's hurt and he is being carried off the field. So this is not good for their attack.
Yeah, that is a tough sight to see for anyone coming off. But, yeah, in particular, Yan Nang-U, who's been one of the leaders on the team. He's a former center back that really took off when they moved him back up to forward, his natural position, John Pucci, and he is being carried off by the training staff and multiple coaches. So Yan Nang-U unable to get off the field on his own accord, and the Hawks nearly 10 minutes just into this state championship contest or without their lead goal scorer for the moment. 14 on the season, and Yan Nang-U so good down the stretch. 6 of his 14 goals had come in the last 5 games in this postseason run for Humboldt. He's been such an important piece.
And you saw a few flashes of his brilliance there. He's the one that released the player on frame for that earlier great goal-scoring opportunity for Humboldt. So he's going to be missed. We'll see if they can get some miracle spray on that ankle. Maybe if it is his ankle, hopefully it's not his knee. And these trainers are pretty amazing. They can tape players up and get back out there pretty fast. Oh, a couple scissors, beautiful.
Try to get it out wide to Boniface. Cuts inside, ripping across off the defender. Coming in to close him down was Cam Melimo, the hard block for the Stars.
So oftentimes, these international kind of players, they bring a different flair and creativity. And you just saw it there with the double scissors. I don't know if we've seen a double scissors all night, maybe from Brody Cook for Orono, but I mean, that was smooth as silk. You saw the Southwest Christian defender just kind of got his ankles broke, went right around him. So footwork works, but you got to have the confidence to do it.
Yeah, by the way, Atel Na, who's on the ball right here, he's the man who came in substitution of Nangu. Looks like they're kind of sliding number 11, Sauce Thaw, one of the talented dribblers. This is really a Hawks team with a lot of skill and guys that can create some space when it's not there. Try to throw it in that time. Get it to Blue Gate 2, number 8, taken away by the Stars, and they'll try to break out into attack.
So Brand's sitting in there in front of that back line, but they're cutting off the passing lanes pretty well. We'll see if he can find some space in there, but if he gets the ball, he is absolutely deadly. He can do everything. Dribble, pass, shoot. Cookie noted he's one of the best players he's coached in 40 years, and Cookie's seen, he's had Mr. Soccer finalists, he's coached a Mr. Soccer, so he knows what he's talking about. If he says this kid's legit, he's very legit.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Started out helping found that Orono program all the way back in the 70s, was a longtime assistant there. Finished out his career last 6 years as the head coach at Orono. Kind of got bored of retirement, it sounded like. Came out and was coaxed out of retirement to take over the Southwest Christian program and has really brought some stability to that school in Chaska, and of course taking them to their first ever trip to the state tournament and all the way to the finals here in what is his 5th season overall at SWC.
Yeah, Cookie was one of the kind of original Minnesotans that got soccer going, and there's a lot of soccer faithful out there probably watching this game who owe a lot to Cookie and his passion for the game. Spreads like wildfire, that's for sure.
This effort sent on toward the area net wide by the Hawks. So that time it was Atel Na, who we said was the substitute that came in for Yanangu. Atel Na, a senior, just 1 goal in the season, but it came in a section quarterfinal win for the Hawks, 4-2 over Minnehaha Academy. So he has come on and been one of those guys that has stepped up in some big moments in the postseason for Humboldt. Atel Na dribbling it out of bounds there just below us at the touchline. It'll be a throw for the Stars.
And number 11, look for him to get up in the attack on some of these throws. Look at, he's setting the attack up. Cam Malama, senior, he's on the back line, 6'3", and he can take some throws. And just like you saw in the Orono game, you get some long throws in there, it's as good as a corner kick, even better sometimes because you got a little more control. Load that box up and anything can happen.
Yeah, throw-ins, he'll be a big part. He takes a lot of them. Here's Ari Shea defending Jack Boyk, and a foul going Humboldt's way. They'll win the free kick. Melima also likes to get up and score a little bit. He's got a couple of goals this year. He's a former center mid and forward. Caden Paschke's kind of the cool-headed stay-at-home defenseman, if you will, and Melima will jump forward into attack as well, too, out of the back line for the Stars.
Yeah, and you can see these officials are mic'd up talking to each other out there. It's just a great environment for a state tournament game.
Battle for it at the center of the park. There's the man we were talking about, Cam Melima, and he does go out into an offensive thinking run. Here's John Brain on the ball. He is brought down on a tackle by Ari Shea. That time it was actually Ethaw Tumong, the senior, who drifted out to follow Brain on the edge. And this will be a free kick in a pretty dangerous spot here for the Stars.
And I'm looking at Cookie right now, the Southwest Christian coach, and he's kind of licking his chops. He's throwing 8 players in the box, or 7 in the box, plus the free kick taker here, number 8 guy forward. And Cookie's teams are as disciplined and as dangerous as anybody on set pieces. So don't be surprised. There's a couple height mismatches I'm looking at right now. They put this ball in the air, it's a problem.
Luke Cam off the wall. And that will go out for the throw. So opportunity goes awry for the Stars for the moment. Still in possession. Luke Cam is an excellent player. Second team All-State pick, not his best free kick.
Here comes our big throw.
Melamo with the heave. Punched out by the goalkeeper. Second effort just goes over the bar. That was Marcus Benegas, the center defending mid, who drifted up and found a great half volley chance of the bounce fall to him.
And Orono pretty much scored on their first throw and caught Holy Angels kind of by surprise. So it looked like Humboldt was a little more ready for that. But that's going to be dangerous all game. Humboldt's going to have to be really careful about keeping the ball in their own end and not putting it out for throw-ins, or it's as good as a corner when Melema comes up to take them.
Yeah, that was the game that ended 1-0 you were talking about. Yeah, Orono scored, 3 minutes in, and then it was 1-0 by the end of it. So
yeah,
come to play right at the beginning.
Yep. They had Haloff take a big throw, and it was really the same play.
This is like, watching LeBron James dissect every play of the game he just played in the press conference afterwards. You still have full recall of all 5 of the previous games you've watched here at the U.S. Bank Stadium tonight. Ty Syme bringing the color commentary tonight on Prep Spotlight TV.
I've had a few games blur together here.
All right, here's the Hawks in possession. Trying to break out after conceding the early corner kick chance. You see that skill, but Luke Cam with the read takes it away for Southwest Christian. He's headed the other way. And in recovery, Jaw Tway, he gets around him. Here's Cam putting on the afterburners, and a great recovery run by Jaw Tway to force it out, give his defense a chance to reset here. Stars will have a throw.
And both teams are pretty neutralized right now. Got 0 shots on goal, only 1 corner kick for Humboldt. We'll see what happens. Something's got to give here, but both teams are pretty well matched up against each other.
Jack Boyk with the throw that time. Falls to Brain, turns and shoots with a left foot wide.
And there you saw the brilliance of John Brain.
Our proud supporter of the Minnesota State High School League.
John Brain just turns on a dime. Right foot, left foot. He's great in the air. I mean, he can do absolutely everything. So as Cookie would say, those are the kind of players that make coaches look real good.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk with Brad Carlson this week, and we were talking about Brain, and he said, look, he says that Brain does things that he wouldn't even think to coach. So there's a lot of skill in there from Brain's natural ability, some of the high-level coaching at the club level. He's been part of the Minnesota United player pool. Brad Carlson is very quick to deflect the praise of his player, and all the credit on him as the player and some of the other coaching he's had.
Oh, yeah. Cookie Carlson's one of the most humble guys you'll ever meet. And his kids play hard, but at the end of the day, they're shaking your hands as competitors. Just super well coached. And here's that combination play through Brain.
Started out by Brain, now it's Cam on the ball on the far side. Overlapping run, and he dumps it back here to Boyk. Boyk will throttle one into the box, and this one quickly cleared out by Ari Shea. Up ahead for a chance on the break. What normally would have been Ya Nang U, who he said came out with a hard foul 9 minutes into the contest. That time it was Saw Se Thaw, who's got really a big bag of tricks, almost as well as Ya Nang U. 11 goals in the season for the junior, and he has had 6 goals scored this postseason, all coming in the last 5 games for Humboldt.
Yeah, and you got in your notes he's a 100-meter dash runner, so I don't know how much speed they're giving up there. That was pretty dangerous.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an undersized guy, but he will get away from you in a hurry, and he's got the handles to slip free of guys a lot bigger than his size. Right around 5'6", his head coach said, but number 11 is a lot to handle as well, too, even without Ya Nang U on the field for Humboldt. This is Ja Tway.
And Humboldt, look at this composure on the ball.
Trying to bounce it into the middle for Ja Tway. It was number 16, Atel Na, who had the chest down in toward the center. Luke Cam in possession out to Boyk.
They're finding Brain all over here. Humboldt's going to have to cut that pass off.
Brain high stepping around the defender, looked left, then right, chips it up ahead for Jack Boyk. Cruises in across. It was well read and cleared out by Ethaw Tumong, one of the two excellent senior center backs in the middle for the Hawks.
And Brain will find space right in front of that defense, and when he turns, he brings the defense in, they get compact, and then they go wide and they come back in. It is just textbook from Cookie here. Let's see what the left foot in-swinger can do. This is going to be dangerous.
Marcus Benegas with the left foot for Southwest Christian. Brain number 10, the big threat, right in the middle of the end zone. Curled in for Brain, closing down a couple of Hawks.
Oh, wow.
It's loose in front of the mouth of the goal. Finally cleared out by number 18, Ethaw Tumong. And that was just desperation for a few moments from Humboldt.
And, you know, this is one of the first teams we've seen, and Cookie is just an absolute master at set pieces. I talked to him a few years back, and he said, you know, when the postseason rolls around, it's about two things, defending and set pieces. And his team is just going to be phenomenal at that. And the fact he's got 4 attackers that are just unreal makes it easy for him. But there it was, as dangerous as could be. That ball looked like they had about 3 whacks at it on the 1 foot line, and Humboldt kept it out.
Quick substitution here, one from each team. We're going to see Boyk come off. Evan Vick, number 17, will replace him out on the right wing. And then Atel Na as well came off too for a sub up top for the Hawks.
And what I was going to say about that corner kick was Cookie's got a guy on that goalie, so he's not getting anything free. And not a lot of teams have been putting a marker on the goalie, which we've seen in these other title games. And that can make a huge difference. If the goalie's got to run around you to get the ball versus getting a free punch on it, it's going to open up a few opportunities you don't normally get.
Sam Whitfield with a pretty good move to slide inside. Sir 2 closed him down to make the tackle and clear it out.
So Melima is throwing these balls over 30 yards according to the football lines.
That's a big weapon to have on the sideline.
Oh, it's a game changer.
Paschke, the other center back, pinging it forward, looking for Brain, and a foul called against the Stars as Ari Shea got tangled up with the lead goal scorer, Southwest Christian. 0-0 on the scoreboard. We have played 22 minutes just about here into the first half. Now inside 18 minutes left to go as Cam plays it with his back to goal, getting it out wide to the substitute. This is the Evan Vick, the sophomore, and tried to slice inside. Quick giveaway and exchange of possession.
So number 3 post CC cut off the pass to Brain there.
And a foul here on Ari Shea will win the ball in a pretty good spot here for the Stars. Jake Bettine drew the foul that time for Southwest Christian.
And Com took the last one, hit the wall on the head, so we're going to have number 4 Jake Bettine take it here. And as you can see, Southwest is they're bringing everybody here, minus 2 defenders and a guy standing between the 18 and the 2 defenders. This is where they're dangerous. Cookie has these guys drilled on how to put these set pieces in the back of the net, so they're going to be sharp here.
Bettine's got 12 assists on the year. Curls in the cross, little flick on header from the edge. Didn't quite get the full power behind it. Sam Whitfield, the junior, pushing it wide. And we still do not have a shot on goal yet. Feels like it's been a lot more action-packed than that. It certainly has been, but no team yet to force a save yet out of the goalkeeper, although we've had a couple of desperate clearances, one in particular up near the mouth of the goal in a corner created by the Stars.
Yeah, you know these teams, somebody's going to get a bad bounce here. Don't know who it is yet, but both teams are pressing hard, so if somebody's going to swing and miss, or there's a touch there, Humboldt stole. Ooh, close.
Nere 2 trying to open things up on the offense there for a moment for St. Paul Humboldt. And now going the other way, it was Jack Boyk. Pushes it forward and out of play. I thought Boyk had been replaced by Vick, but I saw this again too on Wednesday night. Boyk will sometimes drift back into a more central midfield spot, so he's still in the game. Vick came in and swapped out somebody else and is kind of taking Boyk's spot on the field.
Yeah, sometimes you're just searching for that right combination, and it changes based on who you're playing. And you'll see some coaches can be a little more comfortable where they know what they got, they know what their guys are going to give, but other times you got to move pieces around. Sometimes the puzzle pieces don't fit every game.
There's the change. It was Lucas Engler, beg your pardon there, number 12 who came in. I just saw him, the new face.
There you go. Yeah, Humboldt's coming with 2-3 guys on that ball, and it's going to leave some gaps to find Brain, which they almost did there. And Jake Blake knows where to find him, or Jack Blake, my apologies.
There's a lot of J and B last names to keep track of up top. Jake Bettine, John Brain, and Jack Boyk.
We'll get him by
the one that's on the All-State team. Oh, wait, that doesn't help either. Here's one threaded through up ahead. Melima with a good tackle, little cutback, firing off the shot. It was Sauce Thaw for St. Paul Humboldt. He had a big block from his opposite number, Cam Melima.
And there's number 3, Po CC seems to be the one sitting in front of John Brain there. He's turning his shoulder, he's checking where he's at defensively. He's really trying to cut that pass off. So I would imagine the Humboldt coaching staff identified that pretty quick if they hadn't before the game, which I'm sure they did.
Brain, a first-team All-State pick. Bettine, who plays usually out to his left, a first-teamer. Jack Boyk, who he said was the guy that drifted back into center mid, a second-team All-State selection. Cam, a second-teamer, and then, of course, you've got the All-State goalkeeper and Mr. Soccer finalist Adam Tebbs to cover you in case something goes poorly back on the defensive end for Southwest Christian.
Yeah, you get that much talent with a legend coach like Cookie, and you're going to have a pretty good team. Now, Humboldt's they're pretty composed back here. They'll knock the ball around the back. They could get Southwest Christian a little gassed here if they are willing to play a little bit of possession out of the back. Get those 3 All-State kids chasing the ball a little bit, use up their defensive energy. They won't have as much for offense. They're cutting off Brain's passes here. I think Humboldt's figured out the Southwest game plan here. Might not matter. You still got to stop them, but at least they've identified pretty quick here where the ball wants to be going.
Yeah, Ari Shea with that good read last time on the interception. You see number 3, who's got kind of that top bun on his head. Po CC, who has been dropping back to kind of mark Brain a lot, like you mentioned.
So Humboldt's getting a little impatient here trying to play direct. I don't think they need to. They got 5 defenders versus 3 attackers.
Trying to slip it to
nice
Po CC. Step up and steal by Jack Boyk. Curls it up ahead for Bettine. He's fast, not that fast, and he runs out of space. And it will be out for a Humboldt goal kick.
So it'll be interesting to see if Humboldt makes Southwest Christian come press them a little bit before they put that ball forward. They're being a little bit impatient in the attack. They could knock the ball around back there probably 5-6 times, get a little rhythm, and then go forward. And that'd change the game. Southwest will adapt to every one of those passes, and it's going to create open lanes for them.
Cam came off. Sam Woodifield, who started in the midfield for Southwest Christian, replaced him. With 12 minutes left to go here in the half. Kind of feels like Southwest Christian's got a little bit of a game script. I think we saw a similar substitution right around this marker here on Wednesday. They know it's time to give Cam a breather once they played about 30 minutes here in the first half.
Yeah, for sure. Look at that. Pretty strong defense there by Humboldt. They're being patient.
Bettine cuts away from one. Goalkeeper was coming out just in case, but Ari Shea with a strong tackle. Mutu Salah abandoned his post in front of the goal and came charging in to try to close down the winger.
Yeah, if I'm the coach, I'm asking him to stay on his goal line there. You're leaving a wide open net. If that ball gets clipped over, it's a problem. All right, Cookie set piece time here for Southwest Christian. Let's see what they do.
This time Jake Bettine on the second corner. He goes far post, a little too strong. Left by the Hawks, and they'll let it roll out for a goal kick.
Looked like John Brain tried to channel his inner Cristiano Ronaldo and levitate there. He's grabbing his back. He's at a back injury, so that might not have felt too good, but I think he's pretty recovered. Cookie, the Southwest Christian coach, had mentioned. We'll see. I'd like to see this Humboldt team kind of slow it down a little bit. They got some skilled players in the back here. A couple times they've knocked around pretty nice. And Southwest is pretty content to, you want to hit long balls at us, we'll let you. They got some height back there. Got to adjust your style a little bit when you lose your starting striker.
Yeah, inside the opening 10 minutes of the game, Ya Nang U took a hard tackle, has been out. We haven't seen him come anywhere close to the scorer's table since. He was carried off by a few of his teammates and some of the coaching staff after a big tackle early. He was pretty banged up from Wednesday's semifinal win too, as we mentioned. Melima, another throw for the Stars. Jake Bettine, excellent dribbler, trying to cut inside, rolls away from the pressure, gets it out to Whitfield now. He shows off some of the handles. Help defense swarms in, and Ari Shea booted it up the wing, and it fell to number 12, Lucas Engler, who played it out of bounds for Southwest Christian.
Yeah, it looked like 23 for Southwest Christian. Marcus Benigis was calling for a switch there. Didn't get it. He wasn't too thrilled about that. So let's see if Southwest could change the point of attack here. They're getting kind of stuck on one side, and they're best when they're moving that ball back and forth, and they'll open up some spaces. There's that Humboldt direct again. It's a little too early.
Yeah, Jorge Thaw, who leads the team in assists, he can pick out some of those long passes, but Southwest Christian seems pretty prepared to handle those, as you've mentioned it. Jorge Thaw launching it out of the back. 12 assists on the season for the center back, leads the team.
And he can take that shot, but he's taking it a little early. You're going to have to play forward, drop the ball back, and bring that Southwest Christian D up a little bit. I mean, he played the ball. There wasn't anybody within 30 yards of it. Just a little more patience here from Humboldt, and they could start controlling the pace of this game. You see him here holding the ball, faking the pass. I mean, they are super composed. Now they're going to pick him out here. Might be able to attack going forward.
On the foot of Ba Ni Thay, the sophomore. Pressure coming in from him, from Evan Vick. Forces it out of bounds, and it went off the Hawks last. Stars take the throw in quickly, and it's back in possession. Nire 2, giveaway in the midfield. Stars try to break out. John Brain, that quick turn and burst of speed. Eyes up the shot. Pretty comfortable for Mutu Salah.
Yeah, and I'm guessing John Brain looked up at the scoreboard and saw there hasn't been a shot on target all game and figured 32 minutes into the game, somebody's got to get one. Take a shot.
It is a little more visible than usual here at US Bank Stadium than it would be elsewhere in the year. Oh, Brain, nice little back heel from Bettine to kind of pull that into his feet. Does a couple of step overs. Nicely done. Good patience on the tackle. Ari Shea, the senior who scored the goal, but a stout 1v1 defender as well, too, and one of those veterans in the back line, a third-year varsity player.
Yeah, and Jake Boutine acknowledged it, gave him a 5, said nice tackle. That's just great sportsmanship. All right, here they come. We got Melima with a massive throw here, and Southwest is bringing some guys to that box. They got a guy on the front post. Not offsides on a throw-in, so we'll see what happens here.
Cam just replaced Vic, coming back in off the bench as well, too. Headed down by Benegas. There's Cam trying to arc it into the top crossbar. It goes out for a goal kick. 7:28 left to go. Just the one shot on goal. John Brain from a long ways out for Southwest Christian. Had a couple of goal scoring chances otherwise. And what's been otherwise kind of a net zero kind of first half, with both teams still feeling each other out here in the opening 40 minutes. Cut back by the talented Sauce Thaw, and he'll draw the foul after beating his man to win a free kick in the offensive half for Humboldt.
And that was good officiating. He waited for the guy to see if he could turn. Couldn't turn, called the fall. I mean, you're getting high-quality officials here, calling advantage, letting the game play out, blowing their whistle if it doesn't work.
Free kick swung in. Plinkoed off a couple of players, looped up over the top on a kick from Nire 2, and eventually Adam Tebbs hasn't really been called upon much here tonight. The All-State goalkeeper, Mr. Soccer finalist, yet to make a save, but taking that one away in the box for Southwest Christian.
Look at that skill from Boutin, and a nutmeg pass. Boutine, his combination play.
From John Brain, then to Boutine. Doesn't have the finishing touch in the final third, but yeah, more terrific stuff going down the left wing here from the Stars.
Yeah, some of these individual skills of these kids right now, at all the games we've seen, it's just phenomenal. I mean, you're dropping a 60-yard punt on a dime off your foot with the defender on your back. That's just next level stuff. Humboldt's being pretty direct here. I'm not sure if they're thinking they can get some balls in over the top. You know, they got some really nice players that could probably handle some passes here through the midfield, and they're trying to bypass the mids, and I don't know if that's going to work. They had this tall Southwest Christian back line. Going to have a hard time beating them, and they got some speed. Southwest is kind of looking to play through the 9 there, keep the ball on the ground, and Humboldt's playing a little more direct over the top. So we'll see. We got 5 minutes left here, but there's definitely a few options here for coaches to mix it up a little bit, get a little different type of attack going.
Andrew Bosch just checked into the game for the Stars, replacing Nick Azanov, the right fullback. Played forward, Paschke clipped it up ahead. Nicely done for the steal, and then transition to get it up top for John Brain to chase after down the right wing. Brain, nicely done to keep it in play.
Wow. Brain.
Still Brain. On the touchline, tried to swing it in for a teammate who's looking for Jake Bettine. And the Hawks turn aside that opportunity as we approach the 5-minute remaining mark in the first half.
Wow. You just saw John Brain's speed there. Talk about track runners. I don't know if he's in track, but he should be. That was phenomenal. And the foot skill after that. Another dangerous throw. Uh-oh, open net.
Ooh. The goalie came out, Mutu Salah again, who's jumped off his line a little antsy a couple of times, and that one nearly costing the Hawks. It was an open header on goal, contested up in the air between a few different players.
And the official just told the goalie, you need to watch it when you come out reckless like that. So he's been warned. Don't be surprised if he comes out again reckless. You could see a penalty kick going Southwest way.
Jorge Thaw handling the goal kick. Dump back in. It'll be a Humboldt throw in here. Far side touchline for Ja Tway. 0-0 on the score. We've had just one shot on goal, 3 corner kicks, 2 have gone for Southwest Christian from the corner flag. And 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to play. Oh, there's a terrific display of skill to get it up the line here. Now for the talented Sauce Thaw. He cuts back inside, gets it on his right foot, curling, looking for that far post top corner. And it's out for a Southwest Christian goal kick, but there's Sauce Thaw busting loose again, seemingly on his own.
Yeah, and there's that individual brilliance, and that's what these games take. You know, the other teams are not going to make many mistakes at this level. You get to the state title game, it's because you're a solid, disciplined team. And to score those goals at this level, you know, it really requires a set piece or a absolute brilliance of individual talent. And both teams got handfuls of talent here, so we could see anything happen, but right now the game is not busting loose like we were kind of expecting.
Right now the attacking 3 since Yan Engu's been out. It's been Nire 2, number 5, Sauce Thaw, and then number 6, Ba Ni Thay as well too. And that attacking 3 for Humboldt. Here they go. Marcus Benegas with a hard challenge. He'll get a talking to from the official, and yep, the card's coming out here against Benegas with a hard foul on, I think it was number 6, Ba Ni Thay.
Yeah, nothing intentional there. He got beat, stuck his leg out, and Humboldt drew a foul, but paid for it. And again, you kind of got to decide, you know, you're at that half line. Is it worth drawing contact at that half line? You're going to get hit. And sometimes it's not. You just play a combination and run a give and go around the guy instead of trying to do a move.
That was Blugay 2, number 8, the sophomore who was fouled. There's a couple of kind of fun connections on this Humboldt team to the previous team that last made the state tournament. They bowed out 3-4 to Prairie Seeds in the section quarterfinals back then. So this is their first trip coming here to US Bank Stadium, first time getting to a state tournament final. Blugay 2's older brother, who I'd imagine's at the game tonight, Bugay 2 was the star player on that Humboldt team that went to state 10 years ago. John Pucci, who we mentioned is the 3rd-year head coach of the Hawks, his longtime friend, now the activities director at Humboldt High, was the head coach previously of the Hawks when they last went to state. So Pucci's now his assistant AD and the head soccer coach. So between those two guys, they have guided Humboldt to their 2 state tournament appearances, and including this one, their first ever trip to a final.
And John Pookie carrying his player off there, showing his strength.
That's another important player coming off for Humboldt.
And he gathered his team there. Got a free timeout there at 2:36. The ref told him he couldn't be coaching on the field, kind of put him back to his player. But Southwest Christian guys stayed on the field. Only one guy came and got a drink, so they must be feeling pretty confident here. Cookie's not seeing anything major that he needs to change up. Southwest Christian's defending here with 9 guys, so they're definitely not going to allow 5 guys in the set piece to get in there.
Sailed over the top on the free kick opportunity from Warhay Thaw.
And Tebbs hasn't been called into duty here, but he is absolutely phenomenal.
Just over 2 minutes left to play here till halftime.
Uh-oh.
Oh, tough chance. Bettine nearly broke free one-on-one of the goalie. Warhay Thaw, normally as reliable as they come, had the miscue on the free kick just a moment ago and nearly a giveaway to a guy you do not want to see bearing down one-on-one your goalkeeper in Jake Bettine.
And Brand's surrounded. He's got 4 guys here. He's not finding any space in here. Southwest, there you go. They're switching the field now. You're going to have to do something a little different here to get Brand the ball. And now they move the ball around, move that defense, and thought they had him there.
This is Whitfield. Oh, he makes a couple of guys miss, and then finally a confident tackle. Ethaw Tumong, he wants to lead the charge going the other way. Couple of step overs from the center back, and he floats it out wide to get it to Ba Ni Thay, who will cut back and slow things down for the moment now for Southwest. This is Ethaw Tumong again, the defender. Get it back to the center of the pitch. No, the replacement, by the way, that's him on the ball that came in after the last injury replacement.
See these, I just think these Humboldt guys need to be a little bit more patient in attack, and here they're getting an attack. Look at this.
Warhay Thaw cuts back to his right foot, wants to shoot, sails one wide.
There it was, and that was one of the few Humboldt possessions that we've seen. They made about 5, 6, 7 passes there, and all of a sudden, that defense, they got to move, they got to adjust. And you're going to get some openings in there. That's exactly what you saw happen.
This will be the second corner kick of the game for the Hawks. Southwest Christians had a pair of their own. Warhay Thaw, who notched the assist on the game winner in a set piece like this on Wednesday, takes it. Near side post, blasted free by Paschke. And that's Hay Thaw again, swinging it over the top here toward the midfield line. Jake Bettine, rather Jack Boyk, we should say, charging forward. Tackle here made by the Hawks to spring it back forward.
Well, Humboldt's finding a little rhythm here at the end of the half.
Advancing out, Cam Mellema finds Bettine, trying to go 1-2 back with his defender Mellema, and that'll take us to the end of the half.
Yeah, that was, I think both teams will be okay with that half. You know, there wasn't a ton of offense, but both teams are still dangerous. It only takes that one play, and both these teams have a player, or 3 or 4, who can make that play. So if I'm Cookie, I'm feeling okay at 0-0, and if I'm John Pookie over there for Humboldt, I'm feeling okay too. Hopefully he gets a player or 2 back here. They're kind of beat up. Haven't seen any signs of those injured guys on the bench yet, so I can't tell if they're at the table down there or not. But this should be hopefully an entertaining second half as coaches make adjustments. We'll see what they do.
Nothing at the break. We'll have another 40 minutes back up. Folks making the brief trip here to U.S. Bank Stadium from Chaska to support the Stars out of Southwest Christian. And it's been a great atmosphere here at U.S. Bank Stadium in the nightcap of a championship Saturday here from the Vikings home in downtown Minneapolis. Matt Dean alongside Ty Syme, bringing you this one here for Prep Spotlight TV, and excited to see what the second half brings in this one as the Stars will kick off. Kit Callis is our cameraman, producer extraordinaire here on Prep Spotlight. Again, a reminder, this one is brought to you free and streaming live today for everybody, presented by Highway Credit Union, who are proud to present tonight's live stream here of this boys Class A championship game for free. John Brain kicking things off for the Stars. Back to Luke Cam to get us started. Here we go in the second half. We'll see what adjustments these two teams make at the break, and the Stars will have a throw in here deep in enemy territory with the big arm of Cam Mellema. We'll see if that comes into play here.
I would be worried right now if I were them because he is inside the 25.
Mellema, gets it all the way near post and nearly had a chance for Sam Whitfield. It was knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. And this will be a corner kick, the third of the game for the Stars, who've got that notable size advantage here in the box. Looks like Bettine taking it. Curls it. Far post. Going up. Brain got a piece of it. And it pushed wide off of his head last.
And Brain acknowledged that corner kick and said that was a good corner. And he knows if he gets a few more of those, he is dangerous in the air. And he's feeling pretty confident right now. I would imagine if he can get another service or two like that, he's going to time it just right and hammer that thing home.
Brain missed the first 12 games of the season with some back injuries. It was a lot of holdover from just how much high-level year-round soccer that has taken a little bit of a toll on his body, but he was able to sit out, recover. The Stars did just fine without him with 4 other all-state picks, and he came back just in time to ease back into action before sections end of September. And he has been rolling 16 goals in 9 games, including the game winner on Wednesday night for the Stars to get him here to the state final.
Yeah, I don't see too many adjustments here in formation, and that's okay. 0-0. Both coaches are probably going to stick with what's been working for him. Here's a little play out of the back from Humboldt.
Ethaw Tumong, who carried it out pretty successfully. You see that make a run this deep into the state tournament here, playing the final tonight. Here, as we say that, Sauce Thaw putting on the afterburners, and a great recovery tackle from Cam Mellema to chase him down. That was nearly Sauce Thaw loose in front of goal one-on-one.
And Cookie Carlson said Mellema's got some good speed, and you saw Sauce Thaw go by him there. He got a nice tackling at the end. And again, I don't think they're too concerned about these set pieces here. I mean, they're probably a little concerned, but I think they feel pretty confident. Tebbs is standing in there with 2 marks on him, and he's not too bothered, pushing everybody up now.
Jorge Thaw took it, blasted out by Mellema. This one chipped back in by the Hawks. Far side post had an opportunity, nearly opening up the seam on the pass was Sir 2 for the midfield.
Yeah, and the Southwest Christian defense was not connected there. They had one back hanging back, and they kept the guys on sides. Now you see the center backs talking, saying, "You got to push up with us here." That could have been dangerous if Humboldt got one little touch back the middle. They had 2 guys standing there on sides that they would have had a good chance to score.
Nick Azanov nicked the ball off of Sauce Thaw to get it back and win a goal kick for the Stars in that last sequence.
And Tebbs just sent that goal kick 55 yards, so that would explain why they aren't playing short.
Whitfield trying to turn the corner. Gets it up to Cam. Out wide to Jake Bettine. Maybe the best dribbler out of that terrific attacking 3 up top. He's shown off some of his skills tonight.
Well, he's letting them play. Brain's working hard to get that ball.
Brain to Boyk. Jack Boyk, he slips by his defender. Open for a moment for a cross. And great help defense. Closing him down. Number 6, I think it was, Bonnie Thay with the sliding challenge to stop that cross from coming in.
So we'll see if Southwest Christian throws another guy forward here. They got 3 guys back. 16's kind of creeping up. I could see him taking a shot with a few more guys later in the half here.
Benegas with a left-footed in-swinger. Far post, punched out by Ethaw Tumong on the header. And a clearance. This is going to be out for another corner kick here for the Stars. This time Jake Bettine will handle it from the far side flag.
And John Brain's right there again. I mean, he's getting his rhythm here. This might be a good chance for him to put in if he gets another service like he did on this side last time.
Goes far side. Cleared out.
Little FIFA bike kick clearance there.
I think that was Bonnie Thay, number 6 I saw. Walloping that one out on the acrobatic clearance. That'll go off of a star for a throw-in just past the midfield line for the Hawks.
That's a pretty high-level skill and confidence to take a back kick or a bicycle kick in your own 18 to clear it off a full volley. That's impressive skill.
Sir 2 trying to link up to the top of the field. Intercepted by Mellema, who starts the breakout. Hawks win it back. Ship it up ahead along the wing.
Humboldt's jumping these Southwest Christian passes. They might have been asked to get a little more aggressive on stealing those passes. Southwest Christian's getting a little predictable. It might be the right play, but they got to mix it up a little bit. Throw some footwork in there.
Oh, great ball up ahead. Just a little bit too much on it. Trying to find Bonnie Thay. Playing that last pass. I think it was the captain, number 7, Sir 2, with good vision down the field. Just didn't quite play the perfect ball.
Yeah, Southwest Christian is not in a hurry to push up on defense, so I'm guessing they're respecting the speed of Humboldt. Cookie's not going to want to get beat over the top and give up a 50, 60-yard breakaway if he can help it.
Post CC heading it along for Nere 2. One back by Cam. Give back to Post CC. Hit it out wide. Cam sweeping back in the midfield to take it away. Here's Boyk, mishandled and out for a Humboldt throw.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Looked like Boyk wanted it at his feet. Com wanted to play it long, so he settled for a scorcher at his shin in between. That happens sometimes.
Stars take it out. Boyk to Brain. Brain looking to connect with Jake Bettine.
Yep,
takes it quickly. Right back to Brain. Lays it off for Cam.
Uh-oh.
Brain again. Oh, nice one touch. Getting it back to Brain. It nearly came together for the Stars. Bettine with a beautiful one touch in that combination with John Brain.
Yeah, and sometimes they're predictable and you still can't stop them. I mean, you could see that coming from a mile away, but John Brain is so smooth.
Here's a little breakaway for the Hawks. Nicely done. Closed down both center backs. Paschke had the clearance. Sauce Thaw wanted to open things up for his man headed down the other way. Number 6, Bonnie Thay, the sophomore, putting together a nice little 1-2 of their own the other way.
Yep, and Tebbs looked like he's communicating pretty well there. I couldn't read his body language, but by the way that ball was played, he kind of said he didn't want it. Play it out.
Sauce Thaw with the one touch. Marcus Benegas clipped it off of a Hawk, and then Tebbs will come into the rescue just to secure this one just in case.
Yeah, Southwest has to be a little careful here. I mean, even though there's an attacker coming, they still got 4 or 5 guys back there. They can put a pass through. Good gravy. Tebbs just hit that ball almost 18-18.
Yeah, that is NFL distance.
Right, and John Brain picks it up here.
There's Cam. Rifles off a shot, blocked by Ethaw Tumong. Now the Hawks will have a brief chance here to start the break. Maybe not a bad foul there by Boyk to slow down the momentum here for the Hawks.
Yeah, he wasn't quite sure if that was a foul or not, but ref's been pretty consistent. So at this point, I mean, Humboldt, there's no reason to play this ball long. You got a center defensive mid sitting there. You know, maybe they'll get a lucky bounce on the second ball, but for the most part, they are not getting a whole lot going forward. It'd be great to see them just kind of settle this game down. It looks like number 7 with the captain's band there, Sir 2. He's very skilled in the middle.
This is Bonnie Thay on the ball now. To Sir 2.
Uh-oh.
Chip through over the top. Atel Na. A chance for a moment for the Hawks. And it's taken away on some desperate defending. Andrew Bosch, the senior left back, second-year varsity player with some emergency defending, won it back for the Stars.
Yeah, and that was that lucky bounce we were talking about, and they actually both got it. Bounced over the Orono defender, and then bounced over the Humboldt guy there.
Here's Cam directing traffic the other way. Up ahead for Jack Boyk. Keeps it in nicely along the touchline. Low-driven cross, well-handled. I think a shortstop fielding that one, Mutu Salah, just on the edge of the 6-yard box.
I mean, if he punts this, he's going into a 1v5 situation here. And Southwest has won virtually all of these.
Pressure coming from the Hawks, who've really not made it totally comfortable for Southwest Christian for them to play it out the back really all night long.
Yeah, a little bit more communication from Tebbs there. They could play through the goalie. Both center backs are open. I'm surprised they're settling. Maybe they're just not concerned about the Humboldt attack right now. But I'm a little surprised that they're settling for giving them the ball back out of bounds here.
I've not seen either of those two players that both were carried off in the first half for the Hawks yet. Without Blugay too, and Ya Nang U, their leading goal scorer, both departing with injuries in the first half.
That was unfortunate because they both each had one really high quality run. Would have been nice to see them up there longer. So here's that direct style again.
Jorge Thaw pinging it forward for Sauce Thaw. He's got a pretty big leg back there too, stepping up from the center back spot, trying to get it ahead.
Yeah,
Jorge Thaw clearance.
The game's really open in this midfield because of that directness. The Southwest Christian team sitting back. I mean, there are passes in the middle here that are being passed up.
Here's Bettine. So slippery, ball in a string. He's got it. And again, the steady hand of Jorge Thaw wearing the captain's armband with the crucial tackle for St. Paul Humboldt.
And there it was again with Humboldt. They're going straight up the field and trying to turn, but there's nowhere to turn. You really got to have a combination drop back here. Couple nice chops here by the Humboldt guys, showing their individual skill. Ooh, that might be a yellow.
Jorge Thaw going down, and he's pointing right to the offender to try to help out the head referee.
If I'm Mellema, I'm just running back to my back line and hoping the ref doesn't know who the heck did that tackle. Looks like he's giving him the calm down talk. Humboldt's not going to appreciate that. See a show of respect here.
Mellema was shown a yellow in the semifinal here on Wednesday night. The Stars got past Pine Island, Zimbrota Mazeppa 1-0. But will be kept out of the book here for now with just the warning. Jorge Thaw with the free kick once again. Is looking for Atel Na on the far side.
And maybe Humboldt thinks they can cause an error by playing direct on this Southwest back line, but so far Southwest has won every ball and most of the second ball. So if I'm Humboldt, I'm trying to mix it up a little bit here. Got to play a little bit more 360. Can't just go straight at the goal. It's too easy to defend. Or if they can mix their attack up a little bit, it's going to make it a lot tougher for Southwest Christian to defend if they don't know where they're going. But right now, every ball is going pretty straight up the field.
Taken back by Nire 2, gets it out wide. Bonnie Fay, and then closing down the space was Nick Azanov with a takeaway. Falls back to Sir 2. 2 with a couple of step overs, leaks it out for Sauce Thaw. And another calm takeaway by the Star backline to boot this one free. And it's chipped back in for the midfield. It'll be out for a goal kick. Throwing up the high sign saying, my bad, as he booted it way out. It was Ari Shea, the right back.
I mean, let's get the ball on that guy's foot. That's the second time we've seen him with a multiple combination scissors there. And I don't know if I'm Humboldt, I'm trying to get that guy the ball in space. But again, they're bypassing him, going over the top of the mids. He's dangerous, but got to get the ball on his foot.
Engler just came in and replaced Bosch at the left back position for the Stars. Nice little cutback by Bonnie Fay and this new look attack. Sauce Thaw, who's filled in at center forward. He's slashed at the ankles. Again, it was Cam Mellema, who's already been warned by the head official, Zachariah Ali, once tonight.
And Humboldt seems aware of that. They're probably hoping for a second yellow there. Instead, he escapes with nothing. But definitely the center ref is well aware.
The Hawk fans do not forget. They have been tapped into this one.
Southwest Christian defenders marking a guy way out. There's your short ball. Let's see what they could do.
Jorge Thaw plays it short, and a rip from Sir 2 from distance. Why not? He had the space and time to line it up.
Yeah, I don't think Tebbs is too concerned about a 35-yard shot. He's pretty confident.
2 with a glancing header to his back line.
He had 3 Ds running out there. It might have been a good time to try to slip one through, run a little give and go. See what happens. These Humboldt guys are getting a little tired here. Southwest kids are slowing down, so we might get a individual run here if somebody's got some legs left.
15 minutes gone here in the second half. This is Jack Boyk finding a ball over the top. Leaks it back in the middle. No teammate there to meet it other than Warhei Thaw for the Hawks. This is Ethaw Tumong, 18 rather, taking it out.
And those the legs get tired, and your crosses that worked in the first half just don't cross anymore. And that's kind of what we're seeing here probably from Boyk, some tired legs. And Brain's kind of hoping he can get a cross into him.
Hawks take it away in a close down. And another change of hands here at the midfield. Jake Bettine tracking back and doing some defensive work. This is Po CC. Leaked ahead for Bonnie Thay. Trying to chip it up for Sauce Thaw. Falls back. Nire 2. Atel Na now. Little scissor kick, step over and cut back. Po CC finds Sir 2, the captain of the midfield.
This is when Humboldt's been dangerous. They're hitting a few passes around. Oh, he had him right next to him there.
Crucial takeaway by Cam, and the Stars dump it back in here to the Humboldt ends. Mutu Salah made big game-winning save in a penalty shootout. This is, we mentioned it if you're tuned into the game Wednesday night, this is not the first major stadium that the Hawks have played in this year. They got to play for the Mayor's Cup against St. Paul Como Park at Allianz Field. Earlier this year, it was the penultimate game of the regular season. It went down as a 0-0 draw in the book, but to settle for the hardware, Humboldt was able to pull it out after a 0-0 regulation game with a PK shootout, winning the Mayor's Cup over Como Park. And there's a punch away by the goalkeeper. Oh, second chance hammered in. It's John Brain. His second goal in as many games in this state tournament, and it puts the Stars up 1-0 in the second half, just like it did Wednesday night.
And Cookie is down there. The Southwest Christian team's giving each other hugs, and there it was. You had that long throw, and it is dangerous when that ball's bounced around in there. And John Brain he is just a genius player. He knows where to be. He is everything. Dribble, pass, shoot, poacher. And if he's got a nose for the goal, and he put it in. And right now, Humboldt's still sitting at 0 shots on goal with 23 minutes left. So we'll see if they make any adjustments. Have not seen any so far that I could tell. But now's the time. I'm not seeing any subs go up or any directions on the field here of how to mix things up a little.
2 goals in the last 2 games for Brain here at US Bank Stadium. He's got 4 goals in 3 games in this state tournament. If you go back to last week, Thursday's state quarterfinal game in Edina. And much like his crucial goal, which came a little bit later the other night on Wednesday, it puts up the Stars 1-0, breaking a scoreless tie. You mentioned the movement by Brain, always able to find himself in the right spot. That was one of the things that Brad Carlson said was so impressive about him. Just the way that he finds the space between the defensive lines. He'll make those runs right when the defender's not looking to kind of sneak around the back shoulder. And you always talk about those goals, oh, the guy was in the right place at the right time. The good ones like Brain puts himself in those spots to be in the right place more times than not. And he poaches that one away. Pretty similar to a rebound chance that they got here Wednesday night. Nice spin by Benegas to advance it forward to Bettine.
And Southwest Christian might be finding their rhythm here. Oh, told him to get up. Brain went down a little too easy there. Had a Maradona there by Benny Giss. Just absolutely beautiful play. Saw an Orono kid do that earlier as well. That's a pretty high skill level move.
Out of bounds off Bettine. I think that's the right call. The Stars fans who had a better view of it than us, a little bit of some maroon colored glasses, didn't like the call. They did have a better vantage point than me, I will say, to give him credit.
Yeah, I think Boutine was picking the ball up, whether it was off him or somebody else, just to see if they could get a quick goal.
Here's Sir 2. Tries to thread one up ahead for Bonnie Thay, taken away once again by the Stars.
We're coming up to the halfway point here, and this is the time Humboldt's got to make a change. You're in the state title game, 20 minutes left, you're down 1. You got to throw something different at Southwest. They have not been able to unlock this defense, and granted they're missing 1, if not 2 great attackers, which would have made a huge difference. And maybe they got out there the best they could do. But I'm looking at a formation switch here for sure. If you're not going to play through the midfield, you might as well throw another attacker up top. We'll see if we get a change here from John Pookie.
Shea gets it in on the throw. Hawks control, but nicked free once again by Cam. He goes right up top, linking up with John Brain. Back to Cam. Ari Shea. It'll be out for a goal kick, last off of Cam's foot, says the linesman. 20:05 left to go as we approach that halfway point here in the second half.
And Brain's finding a little bit of space now. And if Humboldt starts pushing, looks like Coach told number 6 there to get up the field a little bit for Humboldt. Bonnie Thay.
Boyk just came in for Whitfield, and now a foul committed by Boyk, who just came off the bench. And he goes in for a hard challenge on knee rate 2, number 5 for Humboldt. And then did they show him a card there? Yes.
And Boyk's been playing pretty hard, probably on the edge there, so you can expect some yellow cards. He didn't think it was a yellow, obviously. Cookie's not too rattled at all. He's kind of in his veteran stance, telling him to calm down. The 4th official's making sure he doesn't say anything he shouldn't.
And it's tough when you just came off the bench. And Whitfield, who had just come off, will have to come back on.
So Southwest is holding the high line here. This is interesting. They're leaving a lot of space for a ball behind.
Shipped in for Warhay Thaw, and nicely done, bodying off any potential attackers swarming in and letting it roll out.
I don't know if Tebbs called that one. Oh, Tebbs is looking deep here. He's going to catch him sleeping. What distribution. Oh, nice try.
Up for Bettine. Oh, another sprawling acrobatic clearance. That time from Ari Shea to nick it back to one of his center backs. And this one will go the way of a Hawk throw.
Yeah, we're going to need to see some flair from one of the Humboldt players here. They're still sitting back with 4 Ds. They really need to push another guy forward. And as the clock goes down, the clock goes fast when you're in these moments. Other teams can defend, and all of a sudden there's 5 minutes left. You're going, what the heck just happened? So you got to make your adjustments quick here.
Bonnie Thay.
And,
does look like they have 18.
Yep.
Ethaw Tumong. He's kind of moved up more into the midfield. He's one of the center backs.
He was starting to sneak up, but he's going back again. I would probably just throw him. If he's your best option, I'd throw him up at forward. I mean, you have gotten no offense tonight versus this Southwest Christian team.
The team going down the line, taken away by the right back. Hawks will try to play it out the back, get something going.
There they go. Now they got something going.
Turn here. Warhay Thaw trying to slip a pass through to Bonnie Thay. And Adam Tebbs with plenty of room coming off his line to swallow that one up, and a big bark out of orders there. I don't know if he was just fired up or yelling at some of his defenders to play that differently. Maybe a little bit of both.
Sure. Yeah. Pookie is down there telling his guys, let's go. He's getting them fired up on the sidelines. But again, it's challenging. The good news was in that sequence, they played the ball.
Brain off the top crossbar, takes a couple of deflections, pushed away by Mutu Salah on a great reaction save.
I'd have to see VAR on that. That looked really, really close to coming down, but it's an impossible play. Linesman was right where he needed to be. Hard ball to see. Southwest Christian wants a VAR. They're talking on the mics.
17:15 left to go. It, for now, is out for a St. Paul Humboldt goal kick, and with no goal.
And was that John Brain again hitting a rocket? It looked like it to me.
Yes, it was Brain again.
And that last Humboldt attack came down. They transitioned through the mids, kept the ball on the ground and went. And that was one of their best chances of the half. So keeping this ball on the floor. I mean, when you don't have a lot of height, you really got to control the ball.
Here's Brain again, trying to link up with Bettine. Offside.
Yep. And Bettine at a cheeky back heel. That the Humboldt back line kind of pulled up together there, really well connected. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it looks like Pookie pushed his wings up. Maybe they were in a 4-2-3-1 earlier. It looks like he's more in a 4-3-3. He's got one center defensive mid sitting behind it. Kind of looks like, can't tell. Number 3 is kind of playing in between. But I mean, this is the time. You really got to get going forward here. And these Humboldt guys got the skill, and they can knock the ball around. They've shown glimpses of it, but going to have to be a little more consistent these last 15 minutes.
Luke Cam with a long-distance free kick. Bettine the one-touch. Falls to Whitfield. He can't get the ball off his foot. Second effort. Drills it bottom corner. Sam Whitfield, the junior, his 6th of the season. A decisive, potentially second for Southwest Christian here in the boys' Class A state final.
And was that a long set-piece ball that they sent in there? And again, you know, we talk about the importance of set pieces and defending them, and Cookie knows, man, it doesn't matter. Anytime you're in that, anywhere close to that half. And Humboldt, to this point, the staff's trying to get them fired up, but I think you look up, it's a little defeating to see 0 shots on goal with 15 minutes left.
I don't know if Whitfield's natural left-footed or right, but kind of tried to take a crack at it with his right. It got blocked. Looked like he kind of switched it over maybe to a little bit more of a preferred foot, and he tucked that beautifully into the bottom right corner, the second for Southwest Christian, and it comes with inside 16 minutes left to go. And the juniors' 6th of the season, and Southwest Christian's up by a pair.
And this is where Cookie Carlson's teams just thrive. I mean, you're going to give them set pieces. They're going to put balls in the back of the net, and they got guys that can put balls in the flow of play. But at these state title levels, it is hard to put balls in the back of the net in the flow of play. Other teams just don't make mistakes. The kids are super focused. Not going to get a lot of those high school plays where kids just kind of forget where they're at on the field for a moment. And the Southwest Christian team showing they score on a throw-in, score on a long throw, and they score on another set piece, and that's how you got to do it sometimes at this level.
Both goals coming in the second half. Brains in the 49th minute, and then Whitfield's just moments ago with 16 minutes left. We've got 14:30 left to play. Here's Jake Bettine trying to link up with Brain. Nice through ball ahead to Bettine. He's got options. Tries to lay across through. Good stop by Mutu Salah to push it wide.
Another great combination between Bettine and Brain. They're feeling it right now.
And Cam with the little kickback that sent the captain, Surtu, one of the last couple of captains standing for the Hawks here tonight. A couple of their important players are out.
Looks like the entire Southwest Christian student section, might be the whole school. They all showed up today, and they've had 2 pretty nice celebrations with their fans, so don't be surprised if Brain and his buddies up top are looking to add one more. Keep the night going.
Still 14 minutes, just under that, left to close it out. Surtu's got time and space in the midfield. Everybody at a standstill. He decides to try to play one over the top and pick out Sauce Thaw from a long way away. It'll go out for a Stars throw.
And again, it's a dangerous ball, but it's too easy to defend. It's just too predictable. The defender's already got to jump on you. You really got to move that ball around. Just a couple passes will move that defense.
Brain had it nabbed free off his foot just a moment ago. He thought Tu Mong with his head in a swivel looking up the field. Stars take it back away here in the midfield. Whitfield, who just scored for Southwest Christian, able to bang it off a post CC, and it's out for a Southwest Christian throw. Inside 13 minutes left to go for the Hawks to try to get one back and give themselves some hope going in to the stretch run of this boys Class A state championship game here at US Bank Stadium. Up in the air, headed down by Cam.
You know, that the Humboldt is just missing those attackers that got hurt. You cannot make up for your good players get hurt. I mean, what team has that good of attackers? Doesn't matter who you are. You're missing those guys. You're just not the same team. And I don't know if a formation change would have mattered, but definitely it's still 2-0. And these Humboldt guys got some skills. I would not be surprised to see them do something magical here.
Probably the best bet to do it up top, number 11. He's usually a winger, and we saw like that excellent combination with Yan Angu, who's the most notable loss here. There's a yellow card being shown, this time to the guy who's been kind of in that midfield role, tucked in just behind the attacking 3, number 5, Nire 2, shown the yellow.
Might have been, I think it might have been number 6 there.
Oh, it was 6, yeah, Bonnie Fay.
Well, here we go, another Southwest Christian set piece. We'll see if they can add a third one. These guys are dangerous.
Luke Cam from just inside the midfield line. He took the free kick on that last goal that Whitfield eventually banged home.
Yeah, they're pretty far out to play a ball to the far post there. Oh, here comes another throw. This is about the same area they scored in, and he's inside the 25. This thing is going to get launched.
Meloma's throw set up that first goal that was knocked in by John Brain. He's got a big arm. Meloma again in the box. Falls to Brain's feet. Turns and shoots. Buries it. Bottom right corner. John Brain with his second of the night. And surely that'll do it for Southwest Christian as they lead it 3-0 with 11 minutes left to play.
And John Brain's composure there was just absolutely masterclass. He gets the ball. He's got 2-3 defenders in front of him. I mean, how many kids in this state or this country would have just taken their first whack and hit the guy in the shin and nothing would have happened? And John Brain, it looked like he faked the shot, takes a touch, takes another touch, and then fires to the back of the net. The Humboldt guys are on the ground right now. They, again, those set pieces, you know, Cookie Carlson for Southwest Christian, I mean, that is his game, and he used to coach at Orono. I've been coaching against him for 17 years, and I can not tell you how many times they have scored set pieces. We do everything we can to defend them, but sometimes you just can't stop them, and that's what we're seeing right now. Two throw-ins and a long ball on set pieces.
We just saw Ati Na limp off the field for St. Paul Humboldt. And Bonnie Fay, number 6, returns to the field. He was the guy that was shown the yellow, so he had to come off for a brief spell on the bench here. 10:55 left to go.
You know, and there was John Brain kind of finding space right on the top of the 6 again. It was almost identical play, identical throw.
Yeah.
I didn't see who was flicking it, but that's where he's flicking it to, right in the top of the 6 there. And the defenders drop back, and John Brain just happens to find himself on the top of the 6.
So good at turning and shooting in a tight window. They're across from Evan Vick, the sophomore, trying to get it far post. It falls to, is this Brain again? Yes. Taken away this time by the Hawks. I think some of the Stars were calling for a penalty in the box there. It was waved off immediately by the head official, Zachariah Ali.
Well, Brain's got 10 minutes here, and he's a senior. I cannot imagine he does not want to go out his senior year with a hat trick in the state title game. That would be something to talk about for the rest of his life.
He's already got 5 goals scored here in 3 games of the state tournament, including the game winner on Thursday night here at US Bank Stadium, and then already a pair here tonight. And what is a 3-0 Southwest Christian lead now with inside 10 minutes left to play. 9:47 left to go. The clock's still running. Another big throw from Cam Meloma. Stars have gotten, as Ty mentioned, a couple of goals out of this type of set piece tonight.
And that one's a little farther back. You know, it's right about, both his throws came between the 20 and 25 yard line. You move them out just 5 yards farther and you can defend it. Well, here comes another corner. This could be another dangerous situation here for Humboldt. And at this point, their offense has pretty much sputtered to a halt. You know, missing your 2 top attackers. You feel for the Humboldt coaching staff and their team.
Cam went all the way through the 6-yard box untouched. And it did nick off of a Hawk player, so we got another corner kick coming up. Yeah, it's been a tough go of it. Southwest Christian were marginally favored in this one. They were the top seed going into the state tournament once they reseeded it for the final 8. Humboldt were the 2 seed, but with all the firepower on Southwest Christian, it already felt like it was going to be a game that Southwest would be expected to win in. Another good ball sent in, this time from Benegas. Loose scramble in front of the mouth of goal. A couple of Stars still kicking at it. Hawks able to chip it out. Blocked by Ethaw Tumong. It'll be out for another corner. This is going to be number 8 on the night coming up for Southwest Christian. Hawks then lost, of course, one of their key role players, key starters, we should say, in the midfield in Bluegate 2. Also, Ya Nangu, their top scorer, going down with an injury inside the opening 10 minutes of the contest. Taken out by Mutu Salah. Chip it ahead. All right, how about for the Hawks as they try to get one back here, make a little state tournament memory if they can. Sauce Thaw cutting it back. Eludes one defender. Second comes in with a slide tackle. It was in the box, right to the spot. Zachariah Ali with no hesitation. He'll show the yellow and give the free kick opportunity here, rightfully so, to St. Paul Humboldt.
And Cookie's not going to like this. He was getting ready to put, looks like some seniors in here. And if they go 3-1, they got 7 minutes, 50 seconds left.
That was Lucas Engler, shown the yellow, who now has to come off. Looks like they're still going to bring that largely group of senior subs in for these last few minutes. They had to make one change. We're seeing 13, 14, and 21 enter the game. That's Bosch. Josh Larson is checking in for the first time in this game, and Daniel Morrison, another senior who doesn't normally get regular minutes for the Stars. So that's Bosch basically coming in as the sub for the player that just got the yellow, and then 2 seniors who get to come in here in their last game playing in the Stars uniform. Cam, one of the trio that came off, along with Engler, who has shown the yellow.
You know, I'm kind of watching Tebbs' body language in goal, and he kind of looks like, you know, I'm appreciative that my teammate's getting me a chance to make a save here. He's not nervous at all. He's telling me, yeah, I got this, no big deal.
Sauce Thaw, who won this penalty kick try for the Hawks, is still down, and now he is limping off gingerly. The last 2 players were carried off. He's able to put very little weight on that leg. And that is the 2 top attackers for Humboldt in this game are now going to exit. We saw Ya Nangu go down, 14 goals for him this year. Sauce Thaw, who is their other double-digit goal scorer with 11, is now coming off for the Hawks.
And Woody Field looks like he was trying to ice the kicker there.
They're calling for Zoa Royalty, a sophomore who will be one of the pieces coming back for the Hawks next year. He will come into the game. He's got 1 goal on the season.
I'm thinking this guy's going to hammer this thing to the right. I don't think you go cheeky when you're down 3-0, but he might. It'll be interesting to see what Tebbs does. I don't know if he's going to try to read this or if he's going to dive. He's a phenomenal goalie, so let's see what happens here.
The captain in the midfield, Sir 2, setting up, ready to take it with his left foot. Bangs it, saved by the All-State goalkeeper. Tebbs guessed right. 2 pushed it that way, and a save from Adam Tebbs preserves the shutout for now for Southwest Christian. The Hawks with a chance to get on the board here in their first ever state tournament final. And Sir 2, even with the game probably out of reach at this point, you could see the disappointment as he haunched over. And we've got the 7:25 left to play.
I mean, that's your best chance, and like I said, I don't think you can go cheeky on a guy like Tebbs. You got to hit the ball.
There's Bonnie Fay slaloming through a few defenders as the Hawks try to get a little boost here in the late goings, down 3-0. Up for Zoa Royalty, his first touch in this state tournament final. Taken down by Paschke, who they'll say he was fouled on his way exiting the defensive line for the Stars. Inside 7 minutes left to go here in this game.
Paschke's been watching Boutine, Brain, and Blake dribble up top. He says, watch this, I can do that too. Great play by him out of the back.
Another great heave from Tebbs down the way. You know, I was just thinking, I know a game I covered this year. I wish I would have written down the name. Maybe it was somebody in Minnetonka who had a really good throw-in from way out. It might not have been Minnetonka, but I think Cam Mellema beats anybody I've seen. Longest throw-in in the state. I was impressed, I remember, by one other guy's throw-in this year. But, man, between Mellema's throw-ins and then Adam Tebbs' big leg and the goal kicks, that is, I mean, that's a long-range, that's an intercontinental ballistic missile.
Yeah.
Coming in from the goal and from the sideline.
You know, and when Cookie's got weapons like that to work with, his teams are going to be dangerous. And good for him. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left, getting his first title as a coach. If his guys could pull it off here, Tebbs is doing everything he can in the back. Looks like John Brain's dropped a CDM. He just wants to see this out. Oh, wow. Got some combination play. Nice footwork over there by the Southwest Christian guy. Can't see his number from there.
Trying to leak it up top. Trying to chip the goalkeeper. Maybe you get a little cheeky when your team's up 3-0. Josh Larson, the senior, a chance to bury the goal. It would have been his 6th of the season. And it misses wide. It'll stay 3-0 Southwest Christian with 5:15 left to play.
Yeah, you could tell the Southwest Christian fans wanted to see that. They're pretty excited.
Larson has spent some time pretty regularly off the bench this year, but not here at U.S. Bank Stadium the last couple of games. So he comes in and a chance to score a goal. As you mentioned, John Brain kind of dropping back into the midfield to see the game out.
Looks like number 18 maybe, Christopher Kleinprince is in. I don't know if he's a backup goalie for Cookie. He's got mid and goalie listed.
Mid/goal.
And Cookie, he's a player's coach. I mean, these guys are going to do everything he asks. And you can see a lot of respect from those kids. They're ready to go up there, do everything they can for him. Here comes another long throw.
Mellema again gets it into a dangerous spot. Oh, that one was almost punched home by Boyk. Looking for his first of the game.
Another show of respect there. Maybe a little too early. The ball was still in play.
Hammered out by
Humboldt defender, helped up number 7, Boyk there. Looked like it was Tu Mang, number 18 maybe.
Now there's Tu Mang taking it away on the step up and the tackle to try to get something going forward. Yep, he's a player that used to play a different position. He can handle the ball a little bit coming out the back.
Yeah,
3:44 left to play.
See if he stays up here. This is the Southwest Christian subs are in, and Humboldt still got their starters in, so they could maybe sneak one in here.
Bench is getting pretty thin for John Pucci with a couple of his starters down.
Yeah, and you feel for a coach at that situation. You're in the state title game, and you got an attacker or two that gets hurt. You can't replace him. Uh-oh, Brain's going to go at him here.
Got the layoff pass from Wyatt Schindeldecker, number 15, who's also into the game for the Stars. Another senior getting some minutes in the state tournament final. Sauce Thaw laying it on. Sir 2 from long range. That was a pretty good save from Adam Tebbs, laying out to his right. Inside 3 minutes left to play.
Tebbs is pretty good. I think he just wanted to get a dive in there. He's pretty wide of the goal, but can't blame him. The only Humboldt shot on goal we've seen from the penalty kick, so he hasn't been too busy making saves. Had some pretty good distribution though.
This one flung in here by Jaw Tway. We'll get into some of the accolades of Southwest Christian as this game closes out, but great season for St. Paul Humboldt, who had been only to one state tournament ever, and now some of their reserves will get to enter into the game. We see Imu Wa, number 4, 14, Acer Hay, and then also Elliot McNally checking into the game, all for the first time for St. Paul Humboldt, coming out there for the Hawks. They had only been to a state tournament once previously, back in 2011 when they lost in the quarterfinals. So they get to a state tournament final 10 years later. And Humboldt really rallying around this team and this program. This game presented on a live stream free, presented by Highway Credit Union. We're proud to present tonight's live stream presentation of the boys Class A Championship. We'll remind you once again, whether you're opening your first savings account, buying your first home, or getting ready for retirement, Highway is dedicated to providing the services, resources, and support you need to thrive. Visit highway.org. That's hiway.org for more information. Great year for Humboldt. They'll finish out the season 12-8-1. They were a team kind of floundering, 8-7-1 at the end of the regular season. They won that Mayor's Cup at Allianz. That was a big boost for the team. We were talking with John Pucci. He said the team really kind of gelled together after that. Had a little bit of a deflating finale in the regular season when they lost to St. Paul Central in the game that decided the St. Paul City Conference prior to that. They had a chance to win their league this year and came up just short. But they go on, win their first ever section final since going to state back in 2011 and get all the way to the championship game here too. Some of their stars going down in this final and going up against a star-studded all-power team here in Southwest Christian. 1:30 left to play with Humboldt in possession.
Yeah, there just has not been a lot going forward. This Southwest Christian defense has had absolutely everything thrown at them, and Humboldt played super direct to try to see if they could break them down, and there's just the Southwest Christian defense is too solid. They are able to handle anything they threw at them, unless something changes in the last minute here.
Southwest has not given up a goal at the state tournament. Beat Proctor 7-0 in the quarters in Edina last week. Won 1-0 here on Wednesday night earlier on this week. And looked like they're about to close it out in shutout fashion as we approach 40 seconds left to go here against St. Paul Humboldt. Since the start of sections, they've outscored their opposition 33-4.
Yeah, just phenomenal. And Humboldt sounded like they were clicking to the state championship game, and you get your star attacker injured. It's hard. You can't make up for it. And Southwest Christian, Cookie always has his team peaking at the right time.
9 seniors on the Stars team. Going to get to go out on top as state champions here in Class A for the first time in Southwest Christian school history. John Brain with a brace, including the decisive goal that opened up the scoring in the 49th minute. Number 10 celebrates with his 8 other senior classmates. The entire Southwest Christian team swarming onto the field. The Stars are state champions in boys Class A. And a great notch on the belt for one of the all-timers, Brad Carlson, who a lot of credit should be going to the rise of soccer in the state of Minnesota. As you mentioned, Ty, he gets a state championship under his belt as a head coach, we think, for the first time as well, too. Great moment for Southwest Christian. The better team came out and won on top. It certainly would have maybe been a little bit of a different game if Humboldt had their star striker, Yan Angu, but I think Southwest Christian, the cream, rising to the top here in the boys' Class 1A tournament.
Yeah, and you look at Southwest, to be just clinical. 5 shots on goal, 3 goals, and that is how they play. And when you got a guy like John Brain that is just so composed of the ball, multiple times he's taken numerous touches inside the 18. Tebbs is running over to give Cookie a big old hug here on the sidelines. Tell him congrats. Cookie hasn't even entered the field yet. I think he's taking it all in.
John Brain did not make the All-State team this year because he missed the first 12 games of the year with injuries. But he came out and bangs in 18 goals in the team's last 10 games and leads them to the state title, including a pair tonight. There's Brad Carlson on the sideline. He still hasn't taken the field with his team, as it is a great moment. And he had a chat there with his All-State goalkeeper, Mr. Soccer finalist Adam Tebbs. I mean, this is talking about a team with the talent of 2 guys who could have been Mr. Soccer finalists in a year where both of them were fully healthy.
Oh, it's just incredible. And the state got to see John Brain. I've been watching him for years, but it's nice that the state finally got it. And there's Cookie zooming in on him, seeing Tebbs run across the field. Moments before, Southwest Christian fans are cheering their team on. You just, the Humboldt fan base was cheering their kids loud and proud too. And here's a couple of the injured Humboldt guys getting over. Look like they're pretty dinged up.
Yeah.
So it could have been a different game, but literally, I mean, this was Brad Cookie Carlson to a T. Everybody who's been around him for 40 years know this is how he, this is his bread and butter, man. You defend, you don't give up set pieces in your own end, and you put your chances in. And man, between Meloma's throws and those 8 corner kicks, it's not surprising they put 3 in. They're just too dangerous in the air, and that's what they practice. You know, it's no accident John Brain kept finding himself at the top of the 6 with the ball in his foot. And what can you do?
Ladies
He's a
and
great player.
At this time, we will
All right, we'll let you take in the PA
PA
announcements here, the presentations of both the first place and second place trophies. Great game as Southwest Christian comes out on top here, 3-0 over Humboldt.
Team commitment and exceptional sportsmanship. And now the 2021 Class A Boys Soccer All-Tournament team. Number 14, attacker from St. Cloud Cathedral, Zachary Plant. Number 7, midfielder from Proctor, Zach Schnabel. Number 11, attacker from St. Paul, Washington, Kamel Tu. Number 11, attacker from Metro College Prep, Aldris Mohammed. Number 16, midfielder from Pine Island, Zambroda, Mazeppa, Mark Quintero. Number 2, keeper from Pine Island, Zambroda, Mazeppa, Jason Ryan. Number 3, defender from Rochester Lourdes, McCade Schatzko. Number 7, defender from Rochester Lourdes, Jonah Morris. Number 2, defender from St. Paul Humboldt, Ari Shea. Number 7, midfielder from St. Paul Humboldt, Sir Poitou. Number 11, attacker from St. Paul Humboldt, Sase Tha. Number 18, defender from St. Paul Humboldt, Ita Mutang. Number 8, midfielder from Southwest Christian, Sam Whittefield. Number 4, attacker from Southwest Christian, Jake Patine. Number 28, keeper from Southwest Christian, Adam Tebbs. And number 10, attacker from Southwest Christian, John Brain. Congratulations to this year's Class A Boys Soccer All-Tournament team. Now let's meet and congratulate our second and first place tournament winners. Presenting the awards tonight are Susie Guthmuller from Centennial, Lisa Quidno from Austin, and Eric Martins, Executive Director of the Minnesota State High School League. Amy Doherty, Tournament Director, will assist. Silver medals and the second place trophy are awarded to St. Paul Humboldt High School. The silver medals will now be presented to each member of the team. Please step forward to accept your medal as your name is announced. Number 0, Ita Shu. Number 1, Mutu Sala. Number 2, Ari Shea. Number 3, Posi C. Number 4, Amuwa. Number 5, Nire 2. Number 6, Bonnie Thay. Number 7, Sir Poitou. Number 8, Blue Gay 2. Number 9, Yanang O. Number 10, Ja Tui. Number 11, Sa Se Tha. Number 12, Warhe Tha. Number 14, Acer Hay. Number 15, Zoa Royalty. Number 16, Itel Na. Number 17, Ani Tu. Number 18, Atha Tumong. Number 19, Elliot McNally. Number 20, B No. Student managers, Than So. Student manager, Christ Messi. The Hawks are coached by assistants Tamir Hussein, assistant Jeffrey Saw, and head coach John Pucci. And now, will the captains of St. Paul Humboldt please come forward to accept the second place trophy? The 2021 Minnesota State High School Class A Boys Soccer Champion is Southwest Christian High School. Each member of the official squad receives a gold medal. Gold medals will now be presented to each team member. Please step forward to accept your medal as your name is announced. Number 3, Caden Paschke. Number 4, Jake Patine. Number 6, Max Whittefield. Number 7, Jack Boyk. Number 8, Sam Whittefield. Number 9, Luke Cam. Number 10, John Brain. Number 11, Camden Mellema. Number 12, Lucas Engler. Number 13, Andrew Bosch. Number 14, Josh Larson. Number 15, Wyatt Schindeldecker. Number 16, Nicholas Azanov. Number 17, Evan Vick. Number 18, Christoph Kleinprinz. Number 21, Daniel Morrison. Number 22, Andrew Perry. Number 23, Marcus Benegas. Number 24, Josh Engler. Number 25, Albert Backlund. Number 27, Logan Kimmel. And number 28, Adam Tebbs. Student manager, Caleb Tollerud. The Stars are coached by assistant coach Travis Armstrong. Co-head coaches Brad Carlson, and Darren Kaiser. And now, will the captains of the Stars please come forward to accept the championship trophy? Congratulations to an outstanding team.
Great moment for the Stars. Great moment for St. Paul Humboldt as that wraps up the festivities here at U.S. Bank Stadium. A fantastic Saturday of soccer. We saw 6 champions crowned, all culminating with the Southwest Christian team toppling St. Paul Humboldt 3-0 here in the boys Class A final. I was here for the last 2. Ty Simon was with us the last 4 tonight, AA and Class 1A here from U.S. Bank Stadium. Ty, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for being here. We had a great days of action here in store.